Hello everyone, welcome back for another live trading session. So US market open is in about 29 minutes, so let's have a look what we can do today. Let's have a look. So we have actually just got some signals. Let's have a look. Pump fund. Oh, that was half an hour ago, so we haven't actually got the signals. We've got profit on Doge, Doge at TP2, WLFI TP2, Pudgy Penguin TP2, Polkadot TP1, and Virtual TP3. So if you guys want the exact, same signals that I'm getting, check the link out on the description of this live trading session.
Charlie.
Right, so like I said, US market open, 28 minutes time. Let's see how we go. We will see how we go. Currently, I'm actually not getting too much from this price action that we've got going on right now. We actually did hit a pretty nice pattern in this area here yesterday. Eventually, obviously, price did come up for this upside, but yeah, we kind of exited that trade. But yeah, overall, we're still looking to come in for some nice position. This position yesterday was actually really fast. So we obviously entered the trade around this area, and you can see we came for a 0.54 move in the space of about, I don't know, 20 or so minutes. So yeah, this was a pretty nice trade that we had on yesterday. Now, today we are currently at a price of 62.7k, 62.7k. Yeah, but currently right now we don't really have too much going on. Not got too much going on. Unemployment claims. So actual was, or forecast was for 218k. Previous was 215 and actual was 215. So it's exactly it's exactly the same that we have previously. So overall, the short-term bearish for crypto and risky assets. That is what we are currently looking at. Let's have a look at the live book map and see how it goes. Let's see how we are doing with that. Where are we looking to come to? We might come to 62.2k and then potentially 62.2k. Ah, well, 62.28, 62.2. Doesn't really seem to be any liquidity in this upside area currently. I mean, 61k is a wall, so there will be a lot of traders, investors and well, everyone else kind of waiting at those levels. So yeah, currently we are looking 61k is a pretty high liquidity zone though. 61k just below, yeah, that level there, 61.1k. So the US market opens in approximately 24 minutes time. 24 minutes time is what we currently have. So yeah, we'll have a look at how we can come in for some nice trades. Right, I'm gonna come in for a short position on Bitcoin when we kind of, realistically we could come here. Yeah, we could come in here. And we'll do the same for Ethereum as well. And Sui as well, and then finally we'll be taking a look at Athena 2, and then Athena, stop loss, we'll put it above those highs just there in case we start moving for this upside. Bitcoin's already within slight profit. But yeah, if you guys obviously want to trade as well, you can get the free signals group. It is down in the description of this live trading session. So if you guys do obviously want to get the free signals that I'm getting, then make sure you check that link out down below. Completely free, you don't have to pay anything. Like, there's no fees, there's no subscriptions, nothing like that. It's completely free. So yeah, definitely check that link out. So currently we are slightly bullish, but that is no problem. That is no problem. We've got to get the protein in. You know how it is. I mean, last time I actually spilled this all over myself, but today we're going okay. Today we're doing okay. Market sentiment overall is a little bit negative. You can see we've got more outflow today. Yesterday we still had a small amount of inflow, about 20 or so million. And today we have been getting outflow. So I am looking to potentially be coming down to that downside area of 61k. Yeah, so maybe come back within this range, 61k. I mean, 62k looks good by itself. But yeah, overall, I would be looking for 61k. Alright, let's see its downside. Ethereum is a little bit bullish right now though. Ethereum is a little bit bullish. Have we got any news? Not yet, not yet. Qatar is pausing efforts to rapidly revive production at the world's largest LNG facility after an attack. 3 members of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard were killed in the US strikes on Iran today. Yep, 3 members again. US has carried out more than 170 airstrikes on targets in Iran over the past 2 days. That is bad. That is bad. So you can see price is literally just consolidating in this range right now. We've not got any real movement for the upside or the downside just yet. I believe we will most likely see this downside when we get to the US market open. So yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Signal wise as well, not really got anything going on right now, but yeah, we are still looking to come in for this upside area. Upside area, downside. I want to see the downside. We may actually be looking at a downtrend right now. We'll have a look if we can drop in those levels and potentially see some kind of resistance level in this range. So if we drop that trend line on, get the magnet out and have a look. Kind of, but then not really. Kind of, but then not really. Upside, it doesn't seem like we've got any liquidity. We'll have a look in the 12-hour time frame. We've got slight liquidity there, but then again, most of it is in this downside, 39 million. And then if we look at 24-hour time frame, we have a lot of liquidity at 61.1k. 48-hour, let's have a look. 99. I believe it may be. It may be here somewhere. Yep, 99 there. But obviously that's been swept already. So yeah, overall, I believe we will see this downside movement. So SUI is now within slight profit. Bitcoin slightly bullish. But yeah, overall, we are still looking for, let's say, 61k. There is quite a large amount of orders actually waiting at 61k. Looking on the book map, we do have that 61k level seeing a lot of liquidity, Perps and spot, 61k is a very strong level that we currently have. Very strong level. So over the past 2 days, we've obviously seen more bombings in Iran. So the overall situation in Iran between the USA is getting more heated. Well, there's been reports of even more strikes and more conflict. So it's not looking too positive. It's not looking too positive at all. But yeah, like I said, I am waiting to see this downside. Currently, we're not really seeing much movement. Kind of staying in the same price range, really. We've got about 250, then 300, then 250 again, then 300. Yeah, it's like I said, not really got too much movement going on right now. Very slow market today, Well, currently that is, but we'll most likely see something exciting happening at the US market open, which is in 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So we have just got some signals. Let's have a look. Potential signals, or it just could be. Yeah, it's just TPs. I feel like coming in for a fresh position on some of these trades. Well, coming in for a trade before the US market open isn't really a potential profit. I mean, it's not really too good of an idea, but then at the same time, I am looking to start moving for this downside on Bitcoin. Well, everything in general: Bitcoin, Ethereum, SUI, and Athena. So yeah, we're waiting for that US market open now, which is, like I said, 15 minutes or so. So we'll see. There we go. Already some movement. We're up already 300. Sui's up 160, 190 now. So let's see this downside. Let's see this downside. 418 already. $303. Slight rejection there. But we did actually have a pretty bearish candle there. I believe we will see that continuation happening. You can see we just came in for that crossover. We've got about 13 minutes for the US market open. So we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. I mean, for all we know, we could obviously still see that continuation. If buying pressure is strong enough, we could see these indicators kind of still aiming for the upside, but overall, it looks like we are actually leaning deeper for a downside move. And like I said, all that liquidity does lay in this lower area right now. Does lay in this lower area. 61k. 61k looks like a very nice level for us to come to, possibly. Oops. So Sui right now is actually doing very nicely. Well, it was until we slightly pushed back up. So you can see actually here as well, we did get a rejection from that previous high. $133. 133 right now. There we go. There we go. Nearly 500 in profit already. Nearly 500 in profit already. Looking good, looking good. 9 more minutes. 9 more minutes. $480. Let's go. Let's see the downside. Realistically, we could actually come outside that trade just before the US market opened to kind of minimize our risk of getting cooked again. What have we got going on? Biggest crypto development. So that was 2 weeks ago. Yesterday, we had crypto firms prepare defenses as quantum threats to encryption draws nearer. Bank of England governor says he is able to spot lobbying after Farage's crypto meeting. I believe in a couple of years we'll actually have no way of, well, we'll have all this digital banking, all these digital currencies, and everything will be digital, and I feel like then we won't have any control over our funds or realistically anything in that case. So a lot of actually traders and people do suggest that we may see a fall, but we'll see. We'll see. Crypto regulation continues to advance. In the US, lawmakers continue working on comprehensive crypto legislation that would provide clearer rules for digital assets, exchanges, and token issuers. Greater regulatory clarity remains one of the biggest catalytic institutions are watching. Currently, we actually, I think it is this month, we have the Clarity Act possibly passing. It is a big possibility. Trump is obviously, well, heavily influenced of the Clarity Act, but then at the same time, it's not obviously super clear if we're actually going to get a, you know, a full move on that just yet. But we'll see. We've got 6 more minutes. 6 more minutes. $480, nearly 500 in profit already on that trade there. Looking good. So obviously there is no confirmed date for the Clarity Act to be signed into law. The earlier goal of having it was signed by the 4th of July, which has already been missed. Now, the most optimistic is the Senate takes up the bill after returning from its around July 13, passes it, and reconciles any House-Senate differences and sends it to the President before August recess, early August. A more realistic is the bill is signed sometimes later in 2026 if negotiations continue, but Congress maintains momentum. And then the bearish scenario is if the Senate cannot move the bill before the late summer legislative window, it could delay into 2027, especially as attention shifts towards the US midterm elections. But right now, well, like I said before, Trump has got a heavy influence in the Clarity Act, and he actually is, like, well, very for it. So, yeah, we'll see how that plays out. I don't want to be coming in for this high. Right now. We've got 4 more minutes. Ooh. What do you guys think? What we're going to see in this US market open? What are we going to see in this US market open? I mean, I'm looking for the downside, realistically, I'm not going to lie. I'm looking for this downside to continue. Very, very slow market right now, but yeah. Opens in 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes and the US market is open. 3 more minutes. Let's see it. Let's see it. I mean, kind of looking at the overall market sentiment, obviously the conflict that we've had in these past couple of days, and now we've got even more outflow. To me, it does look like we are going to be aiming for this downside. You can see we're already dumping. We're in about $824 profit right now. Looking good, looking good. $61K looks good. Now we're getting more reaction at 63.5K. Is there a possibility of coming to 63.5K again? I'm not sure. I'm not too sure. Today is a little bit of a difficult one. One more minute. 27 seconds. Well, half a minute now. Half a minute now. I feel like we may actually exit that trade just to be safe. That's it, market is open now. Here we go. Here we go. Downside, give me the downside. Give me that 61K. We've just got a signal for us to sell. 1.1K. 1.1K profit right now. 1.2 should be. Let's have a look. 1.2. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Let's continue. Let's continue for this downside. 1.15K right now. 1.15K. I mean, I actually expected a little bit more of an explosive move for the downside, but yeah, we're currently not seeing too much. Not seeing too much. I was actually expecting 61K. I was expecting 61K. I mean, we've still got obviously the we've still got loads of space to obviously come for the downside for 61K, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I was expecting much more of an explosive movement, but right now, I mean, we're still looking good for the downside overall. We're still pushing for this downside. 1.4K now. 1.5. I mean, the session started half an hour ago. And we're already in 1.5k profit. 1.4. Should be 1.6. 1.7. Very nice. There we go, 1.7. That's not 2. That's got to be 2k there. There we go. Can we sweep this low? Can we sweep this low? Oh, we may have some resistance. You can see this is a previously supported area in this price range. So we may have a little rejection. We may have a little rejection from this area. What do you guys think? Are we going bullish or bearish? Let me know what you guys think. Let me know. I reckon I'm going to put stop loss just there. So just in case we start obviously shifting for this upside, we'll get stopped out. We don't want to be getting stopped out, do we? We don't want to be getting stopped out. So currently we're seeing some slight rejection. We're seeing some slight rejection. This is actually what price has done before in previous sessions. It kind of initially comes for one side and then it transitions, and then we see an even faster move for the kind of other direction. But we could still see that continuation here. We could still see that continuation. We've got a slight rejection there for Ethereum. We'll have a look at Bitcoin. Yep, same kind of structure for Bitcoin as well. So, to kind of put things into perspective, we have the latest job claims that came in actually came in slightly better than expected, which was expected was for 217k, and the actual was the same as the previous. The previous was 215k, and well, today it was we saw 215k as well. So it's ever so slightly better. But obviously it's not a big difference at all. So I don't think that's going to have too much of an impact on the markets today. Obviously market sentiment is negative. The fact we've seen obviously those increased strikes, I believe we've got about 170 strikes alone from the US on Iran. So yeah, that is obviously not going to be good for the market. Oh, it is in some case, to some extent it is good, say for less riskier assets such as gold. Gold will most likely see the push. Crude oil will likely see the push. If you obviously are trading crude oil or gold, then obviously you will see those prices coming for the upside in that kind of these cases of uncertainty and conflict. But then obviously we see movements for the downside for crypto and, well, these riskier assets in general. I mean, I don't really want to be getting stopped out right now, I'm not going to lie. I want to see that continuation for the downside, possibly to 61k, possibly to 61k. We've literally, we've been stopped out on that trade there. Well, most likely we'll come out of those positions as well for them trades, just in case. I mean, it's still about a 1k profit overall. Still pretty good, So yeah, the session's obviously been active for about 40 minutes and we've already made nearly 1k. So we're doing okay, I'm gonna see what reaction we get from this high. If we start making a lower high, obviously, and don't manage to sweep this previous one, then I will be most likely in for a short position. But judging from the momentum, we may actually see a further move for this upside, but I'll see what reaction we get from this previous high. So for now, we're gonna be chilling out for a little bit, for a couple minutes, and seeing what reaction we get from this higher area. So we have this high here, that one there, and then we have this high here. Realistically, we don't want to see Bitcoin coming higher than this previous one. If we see a rejection, let's say around kind of 62, 830 or something, then yeah, we can realistically come in for the downside, but for now it's kind of hard to tell. It's a little bit difficult to tell. Structure isn't entirely there. I'm not gonna lie, structure isn't entirely there. But overall, I was actually expecting more of a explosive move from the initial market open, but yeah. We'll see what reaction we get. We'll see what reaction we get. For 115, what would that be for? I'll most likely be looking at buys on gold at 14.15, just about there. I'm wondering what that price would be for Tether Gold, as we don't have obviously gold and Evernex, we have Tether Gold. So let's have a look. So we've been rejected. We're making lower highs, lower lows now. Well, we should be anyway. Unless we see some more strange movements for Bitcoin. We've got a lower high, a lower high. To me, this could be a lower high as well, right here, potentially. We are making, well actually we've not made a lower low. We've not made a lower low. That's the first low. We'll get that in a different colour. We'll go reddish or blue. And then we have this low. And now we'll have a look where we actually kind of sweep towards. Maybe we sweep the high, maybe we sweep the low, or maybe we continue in this range building pressure from the downside towards the upside and from the upside towards this downside. And realistically, we could get a rising wedge pattern again. Possibly it could be a shrinking because we came from the downside. Actually, no, it would be a rising because obviously we came from the downside to the upside. We have the pattern and then we continue the upside most likely. And that's exactly what we saw in yesterday's trading session, you can see. So we came pretty bullish here. We have the pattern. You can see price moves respecting both levels there, here as well. You can see confirmation. You can see well respected levels right there. And then, boom, we continue that move for the upside. We've actually got a pretty nice trade on that position there. I was actually thinking we're going to come higher in price, and we eventually came out of that position just here. So, yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but still decent profit. So, afterwards, we started making a downtrend, you can see. But then, yeah, the lows were slightly lower, but then again here we kind of failed, and then we're slightly bullish, and then we're slightly bearish here, and then now, where are we now? Now we are all the way over here. So we'll have a look what we get for this upside. Maybe we continue, maybe we come bearish, but we'll see. We'll see. I mean, 61k is still. Slightly bullish, slightly bullish. We're starting to sweep some highs now. Not really the move I was looking for. Not really the move I was looking for. We've got some signals though. Never mind, it's just TPs. Some TPs there. Let's see this downside. What was we on? We've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, SUI. We could come in for Athena on this high. You can see previously rejected area as well. There we go. We're slightly bullish though on Bitcoin right now though. We're slightly bullish. Let's see this downside now. Let's see this downside. It's taking its time. It's taking its time. What? Your Ekan Zalim is the same as your Tarinka. Bro, what? No way. There we go. Sui and Athena already within profit. Already within profit. There we go. There we go. I'm not sure what happened, honestly. Like, I can't even fix this. It just randomly crashes on me. Like all the time. Like, it honestly, it's boring. Like, it's so annoying. No way. We were just in about 300 profit and now we're down. Oh my days. Now we're down to 21. I think, I mean, Bitcoin just saw a massive, pretty massive bearish candle right there, you can see. Yeah, we came in within some nice profit and then we returned back up to the upside. It's actually crazy. Look at that massive candle there. Massive wick as well. Massive wick. Let's see the downside. Let's see this downside. Slightly moving for the upside, but I mean, if we sweep this high, then yeah, we've maybe even seen the continuation. But that level of what was it again? 61k looks reasonable. It does look very reasonable. 61k looks good. Oh my days. Let's see the rejection. Let's see the rejection. We could still get rejected from this area. We could still get that rejection. Maybe not. Maybe not. That is very, very bad. Yeah, that's a nasty trade there. No way. We're insanely bullish right now. Insanely bullish. $64K. I mean, 64K now looks insane. 64K now looks insane. Right, what have we got going on X? What have we got going on X? Can we come in for the buy on that dip there? We could come in for a Athena trade. I'm expecting now Bitcoin for 64K. Now that I've seen that liquidity, 64K looks very, very reasonable. Yeah, there's more positions also building at 64K. 61K is literally a wall. 63.9K, 64K. That level looks very, very strong. Let's see this upside. Let's see it. Let's see this continuation. Very slow movement right now. Very slow movement. I mean, Ethereum's actually in a pretty good price range, but then, yeah, look at that. Bitcoin's took a pretty sharp move for the downside. No way. This is the area we could see this continuation. I mean, we've just come in for that crossover on the MACD. So can we expect that downside? I mean, but buying pressure overall was super strong in this range, you can see. buying pressure, a lot of buying pressure, but then sellers pushed that price all the way back down, stepped in pretty aggressively there. But I think we'll let this play out. We'll let this play out and then see how we go. There we go, we've got more movement for the upside. More movement for the upside. Very interesting price action right now, I'm not gonna lie. Very slow, but then kind of we get impulsive moves, then we get slow moves. Overall, yeah, it's very slow. News-wise as well, not too much going on, but for now, let's see this upside, There we go. Athena just absolutely pumped right there. And it's still pushing. Look at that. Crazy. Crazy push for Athena right now. We're pushing again. Are we going to get rejected from this high though? That's the question. Are we going to get... Yep, there we go. There we go. Only 60? Yeah, Bitcoin's down about 200 right now. Bitcoin's down about 200 right now. We have got a potential long position. Virtual USD buy. We'll have a look. I don't think Virtual has got a lot of volume in the coin itself. Yeah, 411k. So yeah, we may not even get too much profit on that trade by itself. So I don't think we'll come in for that trade just yet. We'll wait for a better opportunity to kind of open up. For now, yeah, not too much going on. I want to see Athena pumping again. And now, potentially surpassing that previous high. You can see, we got literally rejected at this high. You can see perfect rejection right there. Now, Bitcoin though, Bitcoin is seeing some consolidation. We might be building pressure in this range and then seeing this upside continue. Well, that's what we want to see. But momentum actually has shifted to the downside. But then again, we're not really seeing too much movement for the downside. So I feel like buyers are holding this level right now, kind of, you know, fighting the sellers off. So potentially we may see this upside continuing. That's what we're looking for anyway. That's what we're looking for right now. So the US launches strikes on Iran following Iranian attack on commercial vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. Earlier today, the US has also revoked its license that allowed Iran to sell oil. So now Iran can't sell oil and they're getting blown up again. Cooked. Iran is cooked. There's loads of these weird crypto scam things. I don't know what they are, like loads of coins and all sorts of other rubbish. But yeah, for now it's not too crazy. There we go, more movement for Bitcoin. That's very nice to see. We want to see Bitcoin come outside of that range though. Ethereum is slightly below entry price right now. There we go, more movement for the upside. 1.5 million Bitcoin is coming. I'm not sure about that. I mean, some people actually do suggest we may have 1 billion coming for Bitcoin, but I don't know. 1 million for Bitcoin sounds a little bit too crazy. A little bit too crazy. There we go. Nearly back into entry price. So the US launched a second round of attacks against Iran in 24 hours, hitting about 90 targets after Iran attacked ships in the Strait of Hormuz and launched strikes across the region. Iran also fired missiles and drones towards neighboring countries including Jordan, Kuwait, Qatar, and Bahrain. While President Trump said Iran wants a new deal, but questioned whether it could be trusted to honor one. I mean, I'd say no. The amount of times they've had talks, deals, but then again nothing has happened is actually crazy. It's just the same thing over and over again. It's actually getting boring. And the market, and the thing is, the market just keeps taking the hits, hit after hit after hit. So you don't really know what to expect because every single day could be, well, every single day has been very different. So it's, yeah, I mean, the market is literally all over the place right now.
U.S. launching its second round of strikes in 24 hours in response to Iran firing on ships in the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. forces hit approximately 90 Iranian targets. Tehran responding by firing on American allies across the region. The back and forth attacks coming just weeks after a hard-fought deal to end this war. President Trump renewing his threat to, quote, finish the job.
We just hit them very hard, and I'd say we hit them 20 to 1. Every time they hit us, we're going to hit them 20. And we did it last night. It did a little something today, but it was really retribution for last night. They hit actually 3 boats, not 2. And when they hit, we hit back much harder.
Mike Tobin is reporting live out of Tel Aviv for us right now. Mike?
And Sandra, Iran has been firing at its neighbors. For the first time in this round of fighting, hostile aircraft have entered Jordanian airspace. The Jordanians say they shot down some 8 missiles. U.S. Embassy staff there was ordered to shelter in place. No injuries. The U.S. hit multiple targets, including bridges on rail lines that the U.S. says were used by Iran to transport weapons. Those were hit. U.S. Central Command says some 90 different targets were taken out in Iran last night. 80 were hit the night before. Now, Iranian state media reported explosions in southern port cities. Explosions in Bashir, home to that massive nuclear power plant complex. The U.S. says the targets were on the coast. The power plant was not hit. We've got video of explosions in the port city Chabahar. Iranian counterstrikes went into Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain. Kuwait says they shot down 3 ballistic missiles, a cruise missile, and 10 drones. The Kuwaitis also say 1 person was hit by debris. President Trump says the Iranians have been calling him and want to make a deal.
We've already won militarily. They have very little left, and they want to make a deal so badly. They called a little while ago they want to make a deal so badly. I just don't know if they're worthy of making a deal. I don't know that they're going to honor the deal. That's the problem.
What the fuck?
The 6-day funeral for the late Grand Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is now in its final day. Mourners in the casket crossed into Iraq, the holy cities of Najaf and Karbala. They're back in Iran today with a burial for Khamenei planned in the town of Mashhad, where he was born, where he received his religious education. Iranian notables, even one general who was marked for death, all made an appearance at this funeral. The no-show is the new supreme leader, Mojtaba Khamenei. His security staff said security concerns were the reason he did not show up, but there's a lot of speculation that he was badly disfigured in this first round of fighting.
I'm not gonna lie. It's not looking too good for Iran. It's not looking too good for Iran. The whole situation is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of silly. I'm not gonna lie. It does look kind of silly. We're looking a little bit bearish right now though. Looking a little bit bearish. I felt like we could see that high about here and then we will eventually continue this upside. We will eventually continue this upside. So I'm not too worried yet as I am expecting to see the continuation. But yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. What else have we got news-wise?
Also breaking at this hour.
Potentially deeper downside maybe? Could be, could be. Let's see this upside now. Sellers have cooled off, I believe, and then now I am looking to continue for this upside. Let's see that momentum shifting. We are slowly, well, to be fair, we've actually pretty nicely held this area, even though we are down slightly, but well, we are still looking for the continuation, and we are going to get it. We are going to get that continuation. We are going to get that continuation. But yeah, there's literally the Iran-US situation about the deal. It's like the deal gets closed, then gets closed, then again, open, close, more conflict, bomb all this, bomb all that. Iran's calling me, I want to make a deal. Then again, same thing. It's a constant back and forth every single time. Constant back and forth every single time. So realistically, there's actually no real indication of where we're actually going to be heading. So do we actually get a nice peace deal and the deal is fully done? There's no war? No, of course not. The last time we actually got this, it was looking better. It was looking more like, you know, that's actually going to happen. But then again, nothing happened. We held it for like, I don't know, a week or so. And then, like always, we break it. We broke the deal again. Let's see the continuation. Come on now. It looks like momentum is shifting. Sellers are getting a little bit less aggressive. You can see we're starting to shift potentially. Athena's already seeing that entry position already. So it's looking better, it's looking better. What on earth is that? Iran State TV reports that a massive strike will be launched against US assets in response to tonight's strikes. I mean, it doesn't look real. It looks like a parody of some kind. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything going on with that whole situation, I'm not gonna lie. Let's see that continuation. Let's see that continuation. Oh my days. Athena just started dumping out of nowhere. Athena literally just started dumping out of nowhere. $2K. I mean, it's getting worse and worse, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if we start moving for this upside from this area, then we could be looking okay, but for now, not too good, not too good. I mean, there is a big rejection there, though. There is a big rejection. A big rejection. We're slowly pushing back up. Let's see if we've actually had a shift in momentum for Bitcoin. Let's have a look. Not yet, not yet. You can see how heavily oversold we actually are right now. Heavily oversold. So I'm still looking to see this upside move. Still looking to see this upside move. Price action right now, very bearish. But overall, we are still expecting this upside. Oh, it's not looking good. Not looking too good. Down about 2k now. Down about 2k. We are making higher highs though. Could we see the next low maybe at 62.5k? I mean, potentially, but we need that momentum to kind of shift for this upside now. We need that momentum to start shifting. Let's see this upside. Let's see this upside. Yeah, price is literally all over the place right now. I'm not really liking that. I'm not liking that trade at all. I mean, the upside looks good. The upside looks good for now. But that entry is horrid. That entry is absolutely horrid. I'm gonna be entering from this low though. We'll put stop loss. Let's do 300 for Ethereum 2. We want to sweep that high for Athena, potentially coming back up to that area in the upside. Stop loss will go below that low there. And then Ethereum TP would be above that high. Just there. And then 64k for Bitcoin. Has the momentum shifted? Not yet. Not quite yet. Okay, we're up about 350 right now. But we want to be sweeping that high. We want to be sweeping that high. Potentially, well, we want to be coming to 63.5k at least for Bitcoin. But then, overall, we are looking for 64k. 63.6k now. 63.5k. Does look like a reclaimable area. That 64k level looks... it's kind of no longer there. Yeah, 63.6k. We'll change that one for Bitcoin then. Bitcoin. 60. We'll do 63.5k. We've actually come to that level many times before. This week especially. 63.5k for Bitcoin right now. Well, we currently are in an uptrend. You can see higher lows, higher highs. It looks good. So ideally we want to surpass that high. So there will be obviously liquidity at 63.5k. So potentially we could obviously surpass this high and then come in for that liquidity grab for 63.5k. But we'll see, we'll see. Right guys, I've got to take this and I'll be back in just a second. So, where are we currently at? Not too crazy, not too great. Not gonna lie. Athena's been in slight loss right now though, but yeah, I feel like we may actually, well, there is potential for a continuation to the downside. We've actually failed to come for the upside right now. You can see momentum is about to come for the downside again. So I believe we can actually close that position and possibly look for this downside. We'll have a look at higher time frames first. But price has just came to that high volume area for Bitcoin. Actually, no, that is not that area. That area is 62k. Thing is, on the 5-minute time frame, you can see we've come to that resistance level again, but then we're not really seeing any movement. Yeah, I'm going to be coming out of that trade, I'm not going to lie. Not looking too good. We'll come to 62k for Bitcoin, I reckon. Yeah, we've actually failed for this upside now. There we go. Ethereum is moving for the downside. A 5-minute time frame. Yeah, you can see we can still expect a further move for this lower area. This is that high volume area, so I'm expecting now price to come to about 62k for then a potential to move from 62k back up towards the upside. There we go, we're in profit on both of those trades right now. We're going to be waiting for a signal. We'll see if we get any signals. Last signal we got was at 5 PM. So we may have a signal in the next 8 minutes or so. So we'll see how we go. We'll have a look on X, see what we've got going on. Slight move for the upside though now. I'm looking for that downside to continue. You can see the selling pressure is much more significant than that buying pressure. So I feel like it's a seller dominant market right now. But the thing is, we haven't made a higher low. Actually no, we have made a higher low. We've not made a lower low, what I'm trying to say. We'll put that stop loss just above that high there. So if we come and start sweeping highs, then yeah, we may see the upside. We may see the upside. Ethereum, we'll have a look at Ethereum. Yeah, I'll put stop loss just there as well. Let's have a look. Sui structure is pretty much the same as Bitcoin's right now. Very, very similar correlation to both of those. Athena as well, actually. But yeah, right now it's kind of difficult to price in where we actually are going to be headed for, well, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Athena. Structure is a little bit strange right now. Pepe, where are we at for gold? 14.15 was kind of the area I was actually looking to come to. 41.22. Yeah, 41.15 was actually where we wanted to come to for gold. Looks like we've been closed out of them positions then. Unfortunately, we'll give it 5 more minutes as we are going to be getting some signals in those 5 minutes. So we'll see how we go after that. Not too much going on, honestly. Not too much going on. Some of you guys think we're going bullish. Some of you guys think we're going bearish. Could we see 64k today? Potentially, we could see a reclaim of 63.5k. 61k, there is a wall. So I don't think we're going to be coming down towards kind of 61k area. The overall structure for Bitcoin is very, very strange, I'm not going to lie. Very strange. You can see it's all over the place. All over the place. Now, daily time frame, what are we looking like? Momentum is still slightly bullish. 58k. I don't know. I don't think we can revisit. I don't think we can revisit 58k though. 58k is a pretty insane level. I mean, we've got that wall at 61k. So obviously, sellers are going to be protective of that 61k level, and obviously not letting price come below that level. So right now, it's a bit difficult to tell, I'm not going to lie. We've got 2 more minutes. We're hoping to get some signals from the group. But we'll see. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Could we potentially get a rejection from that high? Maybe, maybe. So that high was 63,183. I mean, there is a possibility that we actually do come and claim that 63.5k area, like we saw in previous sessions where we came for 63.5k. I believe we actually saw that for Saturday's session, and also a Monday session. So Monday we reclaimed 63.5k, and then Saturday as well reclaimed 63.5k. So yeah, pretty much the structure for Monday bullish, Saturday session also bullish, and today I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure where we kind of headed. I mean, currently the structure looks bullish. We obviously are making higher lows, as you can see. Kind of higher highs as well, but then here we kind of broke down. Let's have a look if we can get some levels in there. Potentially a support level there. Potentially resistance. I'm not really seeing too much resistance right now. Could be coming from this high though. Not too much confirmation though, not too much confirmation. So we did just get some signals. Atom sell. So we're coming for a short on Atom. Atom, let's have a look. Entry point is 1.5585 to 1.5535. Currently we're at 1.555, so kind of the mid-range. We will come in for that position. We'll go TP3, 1.51. 1.51. 1.5. Oh, sorry, 3.1. 3.1. Stop loss is 1.581. Yeah, those are currently the positions that we have. Yeah, you can see Bitcoin is still pushing. We'll see if we can actually sweep that high. If we can manage to sweep that high, then we will be looking for potentially 63.5k. But we could see, I'm not really sure. Bitcoin's Bitcoin structure is a little bit untrustworthy at the moment. A little bit strange, I'm not gonna lie. A little bit strange. Gold as well, just consolidating right now. Yeah, very strange market today, I'm not gonna lie. Very strange market today. We're slightly within a loss on that trade right now, but it's okay. We are still looking for this downside area. Yeah, Bitcoin's movement is very strange today, I'm not going to lie. Very strange, because price is literally all over the place. I mean, overall, I was looking for 63.5k, but now, I'm not sure. There is actually quite a lot of liquidity at that level, but then again, we have seen some very questionable moves in the markets these past couple of days. So for all we know, we could still get the downside. I mean, indicator wise, we're looking okay, but I feel like we may come in for the crossover and come for this downside, potentially coming back down to this resistance level, support level, sorry. I mean, if we come to the support level again, I feel like we may be able to come in for a long position, potentially put a stop loss just below these lows here, and then kind of, you know, try and price in if we can see the upside for 63.5k or not today. But yeah, overall, we'll see how we go. Right, news-wise. News-wise, all I'm kind of seeing is investigation about, obviously, FIFA. Did anyone watch the FIFA game of Argentina versus Egypt? Any of you guys watch the game? Personally, I think it was a scam. It was an absolute scam. Egypt should have won the game. I don't know. What do you guys think? Scam or no scam? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, it was not looking good. It was not looking good at all. So we're slowly coming for that support area. Slowly coming in for that support area. Like I said, we could come in for a potential long position at the support area, but for now, price is slowly coming for that area right now, but yeah, we'll see. We'll give it some time. But ideally, we want to see a nice confirmation on that level, and if we do, we could see that downside. You can see we've got confirmation there, here, there again. Two candles actually there, here again. Not so much in this downside though. I mean, potentially we could actually go through that level. You can see kind of every wave has been about the same in volume. So you can see it kind of... Yeah, I don't know if I want to be coming in for a long position from here actually, because I feel like we'll continue lower, maybe clearing these lows. There is a possibility that we actually do clear the lows and come even deeper for this downside. You can see the resistance area here. So if we start clearing these lows, we may see a continuation. This is what I'm probably going to be looking like. Something like that. I mean, it's a little bit jagged, but you get the idea. Currently, if we actually do get some confirmation, so pretty much what I'm looking for right now could be a move through that level, and then a confirmation from the other side, and then we see the continuation. So right now, I'm looking for a break of that structure. Say price comes to about 62.6k. Then we get some mirroring, so pretty much a confirmation from the downside towards this support level, and then we'll most likely come in for the position once we get kind of that confirmation of this, what's it called? Pullback, retrace. But yeah, we see the breakout, confirmation of the level, and then a continuation for the downside. That's what we want to see. That is what we want to see. But for now, looks like we are slightly bullish. But then again, we're getting some rejection. We'll have a look on Bitcoin right now. Can we actually get the indicators that we had on yesterday? We actually had some good indicators yesterday. It was called God mode or something like that. I don't think it was that one. Institutional AI, order blocks. Potential top bottom finder. I mean, these indicators are doing pretty nice. You can see long entry, long entry, long entry, long entry. Where else was the? There was another one that was really good. Institutional AI. Nope. Nope. I mean, that trade so far on Atom is actually doing very well. Let's have a look what else we've got. Order blocks. I think that's kind of it. And then these are currently the support and demand areas. Yeah, we're pretty bullish now. I feel like we may continue now towards this resistance area, but we'll see. Yeah, we're very bullish on Bitcoin right now. Very bullish. We'll most likely sweep the high. You can see we are in a uptrend right now. Higher lows. Where is the volume currently sitting? Let's have a look. Yeah, we'll most likely continue this upside. Atom's doing okay. The Atom is doing okay. We've got quite some distance to cover on the TP though, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. Yeah, we've cleared that high now. Slightly. Most likely be bullish until up until potentially the resistance area. We could come in for a short on that resistance level, but yeah, we've still got some waiting to do. We've still got some waiting to do before we come in for the downside. Obviously, we could enter a position, but then I feel like that would be very, very silly to do so. Ooh, we've got a position for Ethereum now. Ethereum sell 1744 to 1740. We'll come in for a limit order. 1744. That's pretty much here. 1744. We'll do that limit. I mean, we could obviously start moving for the downside in this level now. I'll come in for that position now. Actually, before we miss it, because it does look like when they start moving for the downside. I mean, even if we do come to 1744, it still wouldn't be too bad. Let's have a look. There we go, we're in. TP, we'll go TP3 as well, 1724. 1724. 0.08. 1724.08. Stop loss we'll put at that high there. I'd say it's about a 1 to 2 ratio, but we'll see. We're already up 117 on Atom. Obviously, if Athena is coming for the downside, we'll most likely see Bitcoin doing the same movement as well. So we could at least come for that support area. We'll come in for that support level at least. TP1 for Athena is actually 1735. Let's have a look if structure-wise, maybe that's another support area. So TP1 is 1735.08. That's just there, below those lows. So below these two lows is our first TP. 1735.08, just there. 17.0. We'll do that right now. 17.0508, just there. So that's the first TP. We'll put in. Where is my text box? So that's TP1. That, I mean, these are all from our signal groups. So if you guys do want to join, completely feel free. The link for that is in the description of this live trading session. You can see we just entered the position, and we're already up $201. So yeah, we're looking good. We're looking good. TP3 is 124.08, and then TP2 is 1731.41. 1731. 1731.41. 42. So that's TP2. 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 And then TP3. TP3 right there. There we go. Oh no, that's not TP3. TP3's here. So let's see. Bitcoin is also within some profit. You can see about 50 USD. 50 USD. Not bad, not bad. July 8th. Trump says the ceasefire between US and Iran is over. To me, I think it's over. I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum, the US president says.
You know what scum is? They're scum. They're sick people. They're led by sick people. And they're vicious, violent people. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they'd use it. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. I'll speak to our negotiators. They want to negotiate. They're good people. Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner. But they have to come back to me. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a waste of time dealing with them. They're liars. We make a deal. And then if I make a deal with him, we have a deal. And he goes out, he talks. We make a deal. Everyone's agreed. No nuclear weapon. We make a deal. They go outside, talk to the press. They say, we never even talked about it. There's something wrong with them. They're cuckoo. As far as I'm concerned, it's over.
Is the ceasefire over? Is the ceasefire done? Is the MOU dead?
Well, I mean, that's what we've seen every single time with US and Iran. Every single time we've got a deal, somehow it doesn't work out. And somehow we have more conflict and then more bombing. And overall, it's the same back and forth every single time. So realistically, there's no genuine movement within this whole peace talks and, you know, peace deals. It's another peace deal, but then again, it gets broken a couple of days later. This peace deal that happened earlier was actually the first peace deal that actually stood longer than about a week. The other ones, they lasted under a week and everything was cooked once again. So let's have a look. So these trades were just taken on our trading group. So Ethereum trade and this Atom trade, both of these are from our trading group. So if you guys want the exact same signals as I'm getting right now, the first link that you see in the description is the Telegram group, and the Telegram group is the exact link I used, obviously, to get these trades. So look at that, we're looking very nice. Well, unless we just started pumping out of nowhere, but we'll see. I am looking for a rejection though. We've been rejected from this level multiple times now. You can see rejection. But yeah, overall, I am looking to come for this downside. So let's see it. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. We just started pumping out of nowhere. I talked to you guys about the free group, and then we just started pumping out of nowhere. Like, look at that, literally out of nowhere. Oh my god! Look at that. Very bullish right now. Very, very bullish. That's insane. Like these are the moves I've actually been talking about in previous sessions. Like, out of nowhere, we just start pumping. Like right here as well. Literally just started pumping from absolutely nowhere. We were within about 300, I believe, on this trade. Maybe 200, I believe, 250 when we saw this downside area. But then again, now we've just randomly just absolutely blown up, but it's okay, it's okay. Obviously, if we hit stop, obviously we've got stop loss on our trade. If we get hit, we get hit. If not, then yeah, we're looking okay. We're looking okay. It looks like we're about to come in for the downside though. You can see we are kind of at this previous high. So we'll most likely sweep the high and then come in for the downside. Possibly to come for this support area again. You can see we've been moving for the support area here, here again, but then this is that resistance area in the upside that we've got going on. Initially, I did think we was going to see a move for the downside, but we didn't get that. And instead, we obviously bounced off of this support level and continued for the upside. So realistically now, like I said, we could see resistance level, then we see the downside. But yeah, that's what we're looking like right now. I mean, realistically, we've already made a new high. You can see this high is lower than this previous, this next one, sorry. And we've got a higher high, higher high, higher high. Right, so if we look higher time frame, 5 minute maybe, if we can get some nicer levels drawn. That does look a little bit better. That does look a lot better actually. Got confirmation here, and there, here again, and then here again at the end. So we can have a look in the minute time frame. You can see how that level's been moving. Perfect confirmation on that level. Got confirmation in this midsection. Then we've got some mirroring. So from that candle came for the upside, but then showed us that the level is there, but from the upside. Then we've got confirmation here and also here. And then we've got confirmation on this side here, but from the upside towards that downside. So that's also called mirroring. So we've got some mirroring in this level, we've got some confirmations from the downside towards this resistance area. But yeah, overall, we're looking pretty nice on that level. We're looking pretty nice. Now, as for the support, we can come in again on the 5 minute time frame and have a look at what we have for the support. Initially, I am looking at this candle, this candle, this candle, and this candle here. So realistically, we want to find the widest support area that we can. So we can come in and have a look if we can actually see confirmation on all those candlesticks. And near enough we do, but then again, we're kind of moving like this and not obviously, you know, like parallel. So we could have maybe some pressure building in this area, and then we could see a potential downside, because we came from the upside towards the downside, had this wedge pattern here, and then we could see the downside continue. We could see that downside continue. So currently I am waiting to be coming towards that level of 62.8k approximately, and we will then be within some profit on those trades. So yeah, like I said, I'm looking to come to about 62,800. Then we could potentially look for a long position. So we may only just hit TP1 for Ethereum. Yeah, we may only hit TP1. Even if we do go back to about 100 in profit, and we see maybe a shift, maybe a reversal, then we will be coming out of the position. So let's have a look. So realistically, This is actually kind of where I'd expect price to kind of stop at. Let me just extend this level a little bit further. And then this one too. Careful not to kind of move it too much, but I've put it back in the exact same place as I kind of lifted it. But like I said, you can see we came from the upside towards the downside. We have this pattern, and then I am expecting that downside again. Where's my, what was I looking for again? Path, there we go. So if we get the path out, you can see we've moved from, well, we've obviously seen some movement there on that level. Then we've also got a nice confirmation on that level there. Confirmation on this level, again, here again. Not so much here, but then again, support level, and then we hit the resistance again. So now I'm expecting to hit the support like we saw in this range before, then maybe move back up to that level, most likely move between this level, and then at some point we will most likely break for this downside. That's kind of what I'm looking for right now. That is kind of what I'm looking for. Right, we'll have a look at the Bitcoin live book map. So yeah, overall, so actually the signal, let's have a look, potential for Ethereum, 16, what was it, 16, 18, 17, 1760 was the initial stop loss that we had for our trade on Ethereum, but that was actually the only stop loss that we had. So if we go ahead and look at Ethereum, could we see the same structure that we're seeing for Bitcoin? So let's go in a 5-minute time frame again for Ethereum. I mean, overall, you can see Ethereum is actually within a downtrend, whereas Bitcoin is currently within an uptrend, and we have got that wedge pattern going on here. You can see we are dumping quite aggressively, we are dumping quite aggressively right now. You can see for yourselves. So if we go for Ethereum, we do have a downtrend currently forming. Lower highs, you can see. We did have lower lows, but then it seems this low has closed in price exactly kind of at the same level as this previous one. So I'm not sure if we can kind of count that in. But overall, the structure is bearish other than kind of this area, but obviously it's not a higher low, which we can kind of still continue to view as a lower low. So just from this whole movement by itself, I can kind of see some candlesticks in this downside that I can see kind of lining up pretty nicely. So these three line up pretty nice. But obviously we'll keep that level there just for now. If we can find something better with more confirmations, then we will obviously use that instead. But it doesn't currently look like it. It does not currently look like it. Nope. I mean, we could go there and then here, like so. And then that's obviously 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is already stronger. That is already a stronger level. You can see one confirmation, 2, 3, 4, whereas this one, 1, 2, 3. But that one's very nice as well. That one's very nice as well. And then for this upside area, so we're still in a slight loss, but it's okay. We're still looking for this downside, so we're going to analyze this area. So currently now we're going to be looking at the resistance area. So can we see any formation in this upside? Currently, from these higher areas, not so much. We can't really see anything kind of, respecting the level. We could kind of come from this high and then try to aim for the downside and see if we've got any kind of candles hitting that level. The more the better, of course. The more confirmations, the better. We kind of have some movement there. You can see confirmation there, here again, and then lower area as well. But then we could also come in a little bit closer, see if we can get maybe a better level. And overall, just looking at the formation, it doesn't seem like we may have something there. Yeah, that level is not looking too strong. It seems we may have this kind of level. This kind of level does look okay. So we'll view it now in the 1 minute time frame. And you can see we've got obviously some respect to that level here, here again, there, here, there again, and then here as well. So Ethereum, we are looking for the downside. Overall, I mean, I'd actually be expecting to potentially come to at least 1733. That's just looking at the downtrend we've got going on, and then we've got obviously supply and demand areas. So we are coming closer and closer to our entry position now. You can see Ethereum is within a little bit of a nastier loss, but it's okay. Bitcoin is still pushing for this downside. As you can see, we have nearly come to that that lower support level as well. Not quite though, not quite just yet. So for oh my days. Wow. Look at that. So we just absolutely blew up on Bitcoin. We just absolutely blew up on Bitcoin. That is insane. That is insane. Well, it looks like a fake out on Ethereum as well. You can see fake out. But yeah, that move by itself was actually crazy. Honestly, that move was actually crazy. Let's see the downside. Let's see this downside move. So Asta has already got TP1. Asta just hit TP1 on that trade previously. So we're slightly coming back within the entry price. I'm not too sure if Bitcoin will see that entry price again. 62,926. Entry price was 62,963. Not too good, not too good. But I reckon higher time frames, we still are looking bearish. So we do have a flag pattern there, and judging from this structure, this flag pattern will, it will most likely continue for the downside. So we have coming from the upside towards the downside, the flag pattern, and then exactly what we saw in yesterday's session, we eventually saw we saw that downside. So but instead yesterday we had a completely opposite pattern. So it's pretty much the same exact pattern, but it was just the opposite. So let me have a look. Let me just show you guys. So this is the pattern that we actually had. So you can see we have that squeezing there. We came from the downside towards the upside, squeezing, and then boom. That's exactly what we saw. Downside towards the upside, we had that flag pattern, and then boom, upside. So now we are coming from the upside towards the downside. So now pretty much what we're seeing is literally, let me draw a path. 1 second, let me just actually draw those levels first. So this is the resistance level that we have for the upside, and then this is that support level that we have from the downside. So we currently came from the upside towards the downside, came bearish into the level, and then what we're looking to do is pretty much we came from here and then you can see we're being some respected of this level. We're going to be moving this level, and then eventually, boom. That's what we're expecting to see, right? That is what we are expecting to see. That's pretty much the opposite of what we got in yesterday's session. So now let's have a look how it's going. You can see we're still pushing. We are still pushing. But this level is not as good as the one we have on here. You can see it's a lot more precise in a way. So where can we actually be looking for on Bitcoin? 62.3k. 62.3k looks very, very good. So Bitcoin we're going to do 62.3k, 62,300. Atoms TP, we have it. We have Atoms TP. And then stop loss, we will go to, you can see, Bitcoin is now within profit. There we go. Very bearish candle there. Very, very bearish candle. Let's have a look. For stop loss, we could go 63,350. 63,350. 63,350. That's 633. 63,350. So currently we are within profit. But now, obviously, I am looking for Bitcoin to break down for that downside. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. I think we've crashed a little bit. Are we back? Looks like it. Maybe, yes. So you can see, that's the structure we've got going on. We've obviously got those supply and demand areas. So pretty much for the upside, these red and pink ones are the supply areas. So let me just put them in. It's in black, I can't read that. Let's change that color, there we go. And then demand zone. We actually put TP for Bitcoin 62,300, and looking at that zone, 62,500 is actually a demand zone. So we have those supply and demand zones here, and then we obviously will put them down. And then you can see we've got a supply zone in this top side as well. So pretty much these kind of green and yellow areas are the demand zones, and the pinky red ones are the supply zones. So you can see how aggressive price is actually being right now. Super aggressive. Very volatile, you can see, very volatile. Could we see 63,500 and then maybe a move for the downside? Maybe. So virtual just hit TP1, so that's a 0.45% profit. 0.45% profit. I mean, 63.8k and 64k do look like some pretty high liquidity areas. Now, if we obviously got a signal for the downside on Ethereum, then clearly the team says, well, not says, but views this as a potential move for the downside. Now it does look like we've just failed to come for this upside. You can see a very bullish candle and then immediately a very bearish one. And then initially we've just got the rejection, you can see from that candle wick, rejected. So let's see this downside. Let's see this downside. Prime Minister Netanyahu says the war has not ended and Israel is prepared for any scenario. I mean, they all say they're prepared, but then again, I don't know. They're all looking a bit weak. They're all looking a little bit crazy. So much war, so much conflict, but then it escalates again, and then they're asking for mercy or whatever it's called. Yeah, we're kind of consolidating on this price level right now. You can see we're not We've attempted to go for the upside, but then we've been rejected. We have been rejected. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it breaking this structure and coming for the downside. Let's see it. So realistically, we need to break through this support level and continue for this downside. Obviously, sweeping those lows as well. So, yeah, we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. There we go. There we go. But then this could just be a fake out. Let's not rule it out yet. Let's not rule it out yet. I mean, no, actually, we've dipped into the supply zone. We have just dipped into the supply zone. I believe we'll get a continuation. We've slightly just dipped into the supply zone. So let's see if we can get this downside. Obviously, you can't kind of, you know, look at this path and expect it to obviously, you know, go to here or I don't know, at the end, because we can't obviously ever predict exactly when and where price will move to. So we could have even moved to the mid area, we could have even moved, I don't know, towards the end even further, more compression, but we obviously kind of started moving for the downside in this area. So pretty much we can kind of rule it out to be like this. We might actually get some buying pressure here though. Demand zone. Something like that. We're in 433 profit right now. Looking better, looking better, looking better. Let's see this continuation. Let's see this continuation. Looking better, looking better. So currently we've got trade on Atom, Ethereum and Bitcoin. We are looking pretty good. We are looking pretty good for this downside. Not too bad, not too bad. I mean, the setup is looking good. The setup is looking good. Well, obviously, we've broken down this support level. We have now dipped slightly into the supply zone, and now actually I'm expecting to see more selling pressure to obviously rise. So we'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. We're kind of coming back within that support area though. Slightly. These levels aren't as precise, so you have to kind of, you know, look at them. But yeah, that structure is looking good. That structure is looking very, very nice. Very, very nice. We've got some slight wicks there, you can see. Let's have a look. Where is momentum? Momentum has shifted to the downside in kind of this area here, but we're not really seeing any you know, large selling pressure right now. Bitcoin is slightly bullish right now, but overall, I'm expecting to see. Maybe we get a confirmation, just a confirmation and then a continuation. But I mean, that is what we normally see. When we break through the level, we get a confirmation and then we get a deeper move for the downside. We've actually had that happen in numerous sessions in the past. So yeah, I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried right now. There we go, confirmation. And now can we get the downside? Now can we get this downside? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There we go, finally. What's going on today? We're a little bit laggy. Slight pushback though. I think overall we are bearish now for Ethereum. Yeah, you can see. ideally, like I said, I want Ethereum to come to that price range. We have 1724 for TP on Ethereum. If we want to see 1724, you can see price has to go quite a long way. Obviously, if it was to continue respecting these levels, you can see downside, resistance, resistance, support, resistance, and then if we obviously, yeah, to come to 1724, I believe would maybe have to go maybe like end of the day, 10 o'clock-ish, you can see. So kind of if we continue to move in this area and come all the way down eventually to 1724, that could potentially be around, let's say, 11 o'clock maybe. So yeah, we'll see how this trade goes, and obviously I'll let you guys know tomorrow how we ended up profit wise. So yeah, definitely you guys tune in tomorrow on the live trading session. We'll be live from about I'm looking to go 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Riga time. That's like, I don't know, maybe 4 a.m. Eastern time. So 12 p.m. is 5 a.m. Eastern time and then 10 a.m. London time. So if you guys tune in tomorrow, we will be live, we'll be trading, and we'll get some nice moves going. So yeah, definitely tune into tomorrow's session. And then these two trades that we had for Atom and Ethereum were actually from the signal group that we do have in the description of this live trading session. So if you guys want the same exact trades as I'm getting, then definitely join that link. It's completely free. There's no sign up, there's no subscription, there's no VIP access. It's completely free. If you guys want to use it, you can do. The trade on Bitcoin I took personally because as we obviously got the signal for Ethereum, Bitcoin will most likely follow. So I did come in for that position on Bitcoin too. So yeah, overall, we are expecting to see that downside. Currently, we kind of need to sweep this low, and then I believe we'll be in an even deeper move for the downside. Currently, we're sat within 224 on Ethereum and 60 on Atom. So both of those trades are currently in a big plus. I won't say a massive plus, but that's still a pretty significant profit. So if you guys do want to join, then check that link out down in the description of this live trading session. And then there's Everdex as well, the second link. So with a small fee of 50 USDT, you can actually enter for a funded account. So pretty much you go to trade, funded trading, and then you can get yourself, guys, a funded account for 50 USDT. So it's an amazing opportunity. So 50 USDT gets you 1.5k. Best thing about it, you can see, look, 0% profit share. You have to share that with anyone but yourself. So yeah, that opportunity is there for you guys to check out. So yeah, we're currently looking pretty bearish right now. Looking good, looking good. Slightly bullish now. We've been rejected from that level though. We've been rejected from that level. But yeah, overall structure for Ethereum is bearish. Currently, we have kind of seen price come into this demand zone, you can see. And then we came in slightly and we're bullish. But then for Bitcoin, we dipped into the supply zone. Ideally from the supply zone, I'd be looking to come for the downside. But we're not seeing it. We're not seeing it right now. But we'll see. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Yeah, price is literally so slow right now. So slow. We're kind of consolidating this range though. $203. Yeah, we're so slow right now. Bitcoin's within a slight loss. We're kind of moving bullish below the support level, but still, yeah, we're still bullish, but we are entirely below this support area. So could we actually see buyers getting weaker and then potentially momentum shifting heavily for the downside? Maybe. Not too bad. $229. Let's see the downside. It's taking its time. Bitcoin is taking its time. Bitcoin is really taking its time. There we go. There we go. Is that what I was waiting for? Is that what I was waiting for? Maybe, maybe. Looks better, looking better. There we go. There we go. Finally, we broke that downside. Finally. So this is literally the move we were waiting for all that time. We're finally doing it. We finally broke that down. There we go. 639 profit. 639 profit. So Ethereum, look at that. More bullish price action, looking better, looking better. We're seeing a little pushback there right now. I believe these are also the demand zones that we had. I believe they're the same color as well. Yes, these are the demand zones that we currently have for Bitcoin, Ethereum. 844 profit right now. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Looking good. $677. Right. We finally broke for this downside. You can see it was kind of slowly bullish in this level. We had some confirmation of this support zone, but then eventually you can see we broke that down. Ethereum as well. We just dipped into the demand zone for Ethereum. Yeah, overall we're looking good. We're looking nice. So these trades for Ethereum and Atom were actually the trades taken from our Signal group. The link for that is actually in the description of this live trading session. If you guys want the same exact signals I'm getting then make sure you check that link out. Completely free, you don't have to pay anything. It's literally completely free. You can have a look at the profits everyone's taking. There's multiple trades. There's like trades every 15 minutes. Sometimes we obviously get about, I don't know, 1 to 2 to 3 trades. Then we get no trades. Then we get just take profits. As it can, well, it obviously entirely depends on the market structure, where the market's at, how the market's looking, and so on. And if we've obviously got market opens, we don't generally trade. If we've got a market open, then it kind of is very, very risky to obviously come in for a trade before we have the US market open, because we kind of can't expect anything. We kind of can't expect anything because a lot of insider information is obviously not given to us as traders, and we don't know how the market is going to react from those people who obviously know, and we don't know. Therefore, we can't really price in how we can expect the market to open. So, with that in mind, that is, yeah, that link is completely free. You guys have free signals there. If you want, you can obviously join. Like I said, no subscriptions, no VIPs, no paying, nothing at all. Join it. You can have a look what we've got going on. For example, let's have a look. Obviously, there's losses as well. So, for example, Pump Fund closed due to opposite signals. Profit down 1.31%. Polkadot down to 0.24%, and then AV hit TP2. Profit 1.79%. Pump Fund 0.53% down. And then we have a TP1 for Doge, CP2 for Doge, TP2 for Pudgy Penguins. And then, yeah, you can scroll and, you know, see everything that we've got in there. So it's completely free. Like I said, you don't have to pay. But yeah, check it out if you want to. We've also obviously just got funded trading on Everdex. So this is a fantastic opportunity for you guys. If you do want to take the free signals, you can then come onto Everdex, have the funded trading account. So 50 USDT entry gets you the 1.5k account. It's not an advertisement. It's simply there, and I've used it and it's amazing. So 0% profit share, no challenges, instant payout. You claim it, it's yours. 50 USDT entry, you get your 1.5k. You take the signals, you trade, you see how it goes. It's a very, very nice opportunity. Very nice opportunity. I just like that, and apparently I've got 260k. I wish. Anyway, yeah, that's currently what we're looking like. So that will probably be it for today's session. So if you guys obviously joined, if you like the session, obviously drop a like, that'll be greatly appreciated. And we're looking to go live tomorrow as well, 12 p.m. Riga time, that's 10 a.m. London time, and about 4 a.m. Eastern time. So check those links out down in the description below. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, that'll be greatly appreciated. And I will see you all in tomorrow's live trading session. So as always, I'll see you all in the next one.